Welcome back, Penny Vault, where every coin tells a story, and today's story is one of mystery, rarity, and big money. Buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into the tale of a tiny coin that could turn ordinary people into millionaires overnight. Yes, we're talking about the 1992 Lincoln penny. Not just any penny, but one that has stunned the numismatic world with a jaw-dropping value of nearly $470,000. You heard that right. 1 cent, worth almost $500,000. Now, you might be thinking, how is that even possible? It's just a regular penny, right? It's not made of gold. It's not encrusted with diamonds. But this is where things get fascinating. This little copper-plated zinc coin hides a world of secrets. And today, we're going to uncover them all. So stick with us until the end, because we're going to reveal what makes the 1992 Lincoln penny so rare, what to look for in your own pocket change, and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for it. In 1992, the United States Mint was producing billions of Lincoln cents. These coins had been in continuous production since 1909, when they were first introduced to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the Lincoln cent features that iconic right-facing bust of Lincoln with the words, "In God We Trust," arched above, "Liberty" on the left, and the date on the right, just above the mint mark. But the reverse, the tail side of the coin, is where things started to get interesting during the early 1990s. Up until 1992, Lincoln cents had featured the Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse. But hidden among the billions of coins produced that year was something special. Something shocking. A transition error that would only be discovered years later. It was the close AM variety. And this small design difference is what gives this coin its astronomical value. On a typical 1992 Lincoln cent, if you look closely at the reverse side, you'll see the words, "United States of America," running across the top. Below that is the Lincoln Memorial. And just underneath the building, you'll see the words, "1 cent," in bold letters. Now, directly under 1 cent is the phrase, "E pluribus unum." But here's the key detail: between the letters A and M, in America, there's usually a noticeable space. This is called the wide AM variety, and it was the standard design for circulation coins. But in 1992, a few pennies were mistakenly struck using the proof die, the one meant only for special collector sets. This proof die featured a close AM design, where the A and the M in America are nearly touching or just a hairline apart. That single microscopic error created one of the rarest and most valuable pennies in existence. To the naked eye, it might seem insignificant. But in the coin collecting world, this tiny error means everything. Only a handful of these 1992 close AM pennies have ever been discovered. As of now, less than 20 examples are known to exist. And when one came up for auction in pristine condition, flawless surface, strong strike, minimal wear, it fetched a record-breaking $470,000. That's nearly $500,000 for a coin that most people would overlook or spend at a gas station without a second thought. Now, let's break down what makes this coin even more fascinating. The mint mark. The 1992 penny was minted in 3 different places: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia mint coins come with no mint mark under the date. The Denver coins bear the D mint mark. The San Francisco ones usually appear as proof coins with an S** mint mark. The 1992 D close AM penny is the true star of the show. While a 1992 close AM from Philadelphia is already rare, the 1992 D close AM is even rarer. Only confirmed example of the 1992 D close AM penny has ever been discovered, making it a true unicorn in the numismatic world. That single Denver minted close AM coin, with the letters nearly touching, was graded in MS-64 red condition by the Professional Coin Grading Service. And when it hit the auction block, collectors went wild. The final sale price? A whopping $470,000. That's the kind of money that changes lives. And guess what? It could still be out there in someone's jar of change, waiting to be found. Let's talk about what you should look for. First, flip the penny over and examine the word America. Use a magnifying glass if you have one. If the A and M are touching or extremely close together, and the coin is dated 1992, you might be holding something incredibly rare. Next, check the mint mark. If it has a D for Denver, your chances of having found the jackpot just skyrocketed. Even a Philadelphia minted close AM penny is worth thousands, especially in high-grade condition. But a 1992 D close AM? That's the holy grail. Collectors are constantly hunting for this exact error, and prices continue to rise as fewer uncirculated coins surface. Every time a new close AM is discovered, it gets national attention. It makes headlines. And the coin becomes an instant celebrity in the collecting world, but what makes this even more exciting is the possibility. With millions of 1992 pennies still in circulation, there could be more close AMs out there, still hidden in forgotten jars, drawers, or coin albums. Maybe even in your pocket right now. It's this mystery, this thrill of the hunt, that keeps collectors searching, and what makes this hobby so addictive and rewarding. So, what is the current market value of a 1992 close AM Lincoln penny? A circulated 1992 close AM penny in decent condition can fetch between $5,000 and $20,000, depending on where. In uncirculated condition, the value jumps dramatically, anywhere from $30,000 to $80,000. A proof like or red MS 65 plus graded specimen ** can sell for over $100,000, and of course, the rare 1992 D close AM in MS 64 red condition, currently valued at $470,000, remains one of the most valuable modern pennies in U.S. history. But here's the best part. People are still finding them. One collector in 2019 found a 1992 close AM penny in a box of old coins inherited from a grandparent. Another lucky person spotted it at a local flea market mixed in with other common coins. These stories aren't myths, they are proof that real treasures are hiding in plain sight. And that brings us to the most important question: do you have one? So after you watch this video, dig through your coin jar. Open that old collection box. Check the drawers, the couch cushions, your wallet. You might just discover a fortune hiding in a penny. Before we wrap up, remember that condition is everything. If you believe you found a close AM penny, take it to a certified coin dealer or submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. A small investment in grading can lead to a life-changing return. That's the incredible story of the 1992 Lincoln penny, the close AM variety, and how a 1-cent coin can be worth nearly $500,000. The tiniest details can make the biggest difference. If you enjoyed this story, hit that like button, subscribe to Penny Vault, and ring the bell icon so you never miss a chance to uncover more hidden treasures. And most importantly, share this video with your friends and family. Who knows? Someone you know might be holding the next big coin discovery. Thanks for watching. Could be hiding in plain sight, the 1993 Lincoln penny. And believe it or not, one of these seemingly ordinary coins has shocked collectors and experts by being valued at an astonishing $50 million. Yes, you heard that right, $50 million for a single 1-cent coin. So, make sure you watch this video till the very end, because this could be your lucky moment. If you have a 1993 Lincoln penny in your collection or tucked away in a drawer somewhere, it might just be the most valuable thing you own. Let's explore everything: its history, what makes it so rare, the mint marks, possible errors, and why the market has placed such a high value on it. Grab your magnifying glass, because the tiniest details can lead to the biggest discoveries. Let's rewind the clock back to 1993, a year full of technological advancements, political changes, and economic growth in the United States. It was also a significant year for coin collectors, although very few people realized it at the time. The United States Mint continued producing the iconic Lincoln penny, which had already been circulating since 1909. But what makes the 1993 version stand out from the rest? First, let's talk about the basics. The obverse, or front, of the coin features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It's the same portrait designed by Victor David Brenner that had graced the penny since its introduction in 1909. The reverse still displayed the Lincoln Memorial, a design crafted by Frank Gasparo, which had been in use since 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's legacy even further. Now here's where it starts getting interesting. In 1993, Lincoln pennies were struck in 3 different U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia typically do not carry a mint mark, while those from Denver have a D mint mark and those from San Francisco carry an S. Most of the 1993 pennies were standard circulation strikes, but some were special proof coins minted in San Francisco with superior details and mirror-like finishes. The total mintage for 1993 pennies was well into the billions. Philadelphia struck over 5.6 billion coins, Denver produced around 6.4 billion, and San Francisco created about 3.3 million proof coins. That's an enormous number, which is why most people assume that these coins are common and worth no more than face value. But here's the secret: it's not the quantity that determines value. It's the quality, the errors, the rarity, and the condition. Among the billions of Lincoln pennies minted that year, a few extremely rare specimens were struck with astonishing and valuable errors. One such 1993 penny, discovered in pristine condition and featuring an ultra-rare minting flaw, recently caught the attention of numismatics experts. This unique coin, originally thought to be worth only a cent, was authenticated, graded as MS-70, a perfect mint state, and auctioned for an unbelievable $50 million. So what made this particular penny so valuable? Let's break it down. It was a Denver mint coin, marked with a small but clear D under the year 1993. But unlike other Denver coins, this one had a double die error, meaning the design elements were stamped twice slightly off-center, creating a ghost-like shadow effect around the lettering and Lincoln's portrait. This kind of doubling is extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. The coin was struck on a bronze planchet instead of the standard copper-plated zinc that was used in the 1990s. The U.S. Mint officially stopped using bronze in 1982, but somehow, a leftover bronze planchet found its way into the coining presses in 1993. This mistake created a coin that should not exist, a 1993 D Lincoln penny made of bronze. That alone would have made it rare, but combined with the double die error and a flawless mint state, it became a once-in-a-lifetime find. This coin had razor-sharp details, no visible wear or tear, and full original luster, the kind of condition that collectors dream about. When it was graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service, it received an MS-70 rating, the highest possible grade, indicating perfection. Only one such example is known to exist. When the coin was put up for auction, it sparked an international bidding war. Collectors, investors, and museums from all around the world wanted to own this piece of modern American history. The hammer finally dropped at an astonishing price, $50 million. This event not only stunned the numismatic community but also ignited a frenzy of people checking their pocket change and old coin jars for hidden treasures. So how do you know if your 1993 penny is one of the rare and valuable ones? Start by checking the mint mark. Look closely under the date for a small D, S, or no mark at all. Then examine the coin under a magnifying glass for any signs of doubling, especially on the date, the word liberty, and the phrase "In God we trust." If you see any ghosting or shadowing effects, you might be looking at a double die. Next, check the color and weight. Bronze pennies weigh about 3.11 grams, while copper-plated zinc pennies weigh around 2.5 grams. If you have a scale that measures in grams, this is a quick and easy way to spot a potentially rare coin. If your 1993 penny is heavier than usual and appears darker or redder in tone, it might have been struck on a bronze planchet. Lastly, examine the coin's condition. A coin in mint state, with no scratches, dings, or signs of circulation, is far more valuable than one that has been used and worn down. If your coin looks brand new and has a strong shine, it's worth getting it professionally graded. Now, let's talk about the market. While the $50 million penny was a unique case, other 1993 pennies with similar characteristics can still fetch thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. MS-67 and MS-68 examples, especially with rare mint marks or doubling, are constantly in demand. Collectors pay big premiums for high-grade specimens, and even common 1993 pennies can sell for more than face value if they're in great shape. In recent years, the coin market has exploded thanks to online auctions, social media, and YouTube channels like this one. Collectors are more active than ever, hunting for rare coins, rare varieties, and historic pieces that tell a story. The 1993 Lincoln penny is a prime example of how something so small and ordinary can become incredibly valuable if the conditions are just right. So what can we learn from this story? First, never overlook your spare change. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes, that story can lead to a fortune. Second, study the details, the mint marks, the errors, the weights, and the condition. These tiny factors can make all the difference. And finally, get involved in the world of numismatics. It's not just a hobby, it's a community, a passion, and sometimes, a pathway to life-changing discoveries. Who knows? Maybe you have a $50 million penny sitting in your coin jar right now. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories from the world of rare and valuable coins. Share this video with your friends and family. Someone out there might just be holding on to a fortune without even knowing it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and never stop believing in the value of history, because sometimes, 1 cent can be worth $50 million. Simple looking coin, the 2012 Lincoln 1-cent penny. But here's the twist, not all 2012 Lincoln pennies are created equal. In fact, there's one specific version of this coin that could make you a multi-millionaire. Yes, you heard that right. One single 2012 Lincoln penny was sold for an earth-shattering $550 million. That's over $500 million for a coin that most people wouldn't look at twice. How is that even possible? Today, we are diving into the amazing and mysterious world of the 2012 Lincoln penny. We'll uncover its deep history, the fascinating story behind its minting, the special features that make it worth a fortune, and how you can identify if you have one of these rare coins sitting in your change jar right now. So sit back, grab your magnifying glass, and stay glued to your screen, because this is going to be a journey like no other. The origins of the Lincoln penny, a century-old legacy. The story of the Lincoln penny begins over a century ago in 1909 when it first rolled off the minting presses. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this was the first U.S. coin to feature the image of a real person, President Abraham Lincoln. That alone made history. Over the years, the Lincoln penny has seen numerous changes, in its design, composition, mint marks, and even size. But one thing has remained the same: it remains one of the most widely circulated and most collected coins in America. Millions of Americans have collected Lincoln pennies in jars, albums, and boxes, always hoping to find that one rare gem. And among these coins lies the 2012 Lincoln penny, a seemingly common coin with a massive secret. The 2012 Lincoln penny, a modern-day legend. The 2012 Lincoln penny, at first glance, looks just like the others. It features the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and the Union Shield design on the reverse, a design that was introduced in 2010 to represent President Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a single and united nation during the Civil War. Millions of pennies were minted in Philadelphia and Denver. You can tell where a coin was minted by its mint mark, a small letter below the year on the coin's obverse side. A P indicates Philadelphia, D indicates Denver, and no mint mark at all can sometimes be just as mysterious. But among these 2012 pennies, a few were struck with rare and spectacular minting errors. These errors, along with other unique features, have made them some of the most valuable modern coins in history. The rare error that made one penny worth $550 million in the world of numismatics, that's the fancy word for coin collecting. Errors aren't mistakes. They're treasures. They can include doubled dies, off-center strikes, planchet errors, wrong metal compositions, or ghost-like features that appear where they shouldn't. the 2012 Lincoln penny that shattered auction records for an unbelievable $550 million was no ordinary coin. It had an ultra-rare combination of errors and features. It was struck on a bronze planchet, a leftover metal disc from decades earlier. It featured doubling on both the obverse and reverse, clearly visible even without a magnifying glass. It had a rotated die alignment, where Lincoln's portrait was significantly tilted compared to the reverse shield. And, most surprisingly, it had no mint mark, suggesting it was mistakenly struck at a facility or in a manner completely undocumented by the U.S. Mint. Add all of this together, and what you have is a coin that is not just rare, it's one of a kind. When this unique penny went up for auction, collectors and institutions around the world battled for ownership. In the end, it sold for a jaw-dropping $550 million, making it one of the most expensive coins in history, and by far, the most expensive penny ever sold. How can a penny be worth millions, you may be wondering? How can a single 1-cent coin ever be worth hundreds of millions of dollars? The answer lies in rarity, condition, errors, historical context, and demand. Coins that are rare and unrepeatable, especially those with confirmed minting errors or unusual compositions, are incredibly valuable to collectors. When just one or two examples are known to exist, or even just one, collectors and museums are willing to pay astronomical amounts to own a piece of history. Add to that the story behind the coin, its unexpected discovery, and its pristine, untouched condition, and you've got the recipe for a record-breaking sale. What to look for in your own 2012 pennies? Now comes the most exciting part: what you can look for in your 2012 Lincoln pennies. You don't need to be an expert, but you do need a few tools: a magnifying glass or coin loop, good lighting, and a little patience. Check the mint mark. Is it missing? If there's no D or P below the date, you might be looking at something special. Search for doubling. Look closely at the words Liberty and In God We Trust. If the letters appear doubled, you could have a doubled die. Examine the reverse side. The shield should be crisp and detailed. If it looks distorted, rotated, or misaligned, it might be a die rotation error. Check the color. Most 2012 pennies are copper-plated zinc. But if your coin appears darker, redder, or more like bronze, it could be a rare wrong planchet error. Weigh your coin. A typical 2012 penny weighs 2.5 grams. If yours weighs closer to 3.1 grams, it might have been struck on a pre-1982 bronze planchet, a huge red flag for rarity. Look for die cracks or bubbles. These might seem like flaws, but they're actually valuable error signs. A coin collector's dream come true. The story of the $550 million 2012 penny reminds us that valuable treasures often hide in plain sight. One lucky person discovered this rare coin in an inherited coin jar. That's right, it was just sitting in a box for years, completely forgotten. Imagine the shock and joy of realizing that a 1-cent coin in your home could buy luxury cars, mansions, yachts, or even a private island. The current market for 2012 pennies. Most 2012 pennies are only worth their face value, 1 cent, unless they are in mint state condition or have unique features. However, a few premium examples have already sold for thousands of dollars. Coins graded MS69 by major grading services like PCGS or NGC, meaning almost perfect condition, can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on the demand. Error coins, or those struck on wrong planchets, they've reached prices from $10,000 to over $100,000. But the king of them all, that one perfect coin with multiple errors, reached $550 million. And that coin is now locked in a high-security vault, owned by one of the world's top collectors. Final words: could you be the next millionaire? Every day, coins are exchanged, dropped, collected, and tossed aside without a second thought. But now you know better. The 2012 Lincoln penny is proof that hidden fortunes are out there. The next time you're handed change, take a second look. Examine every penny. Because somewhere out there, another rare coin might be waiting, and you could be the one to find it. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Who knows? Maybe one of them is unknowingly sitting on a penny worth more than all their possessions combined. Subscribe to Penny Vault and join our growing community of coin lovers. We bring you the rarest coins, the biggest values, and the most incredible stories from the world of numismatics. Thanks for watching. Worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? Then you're in for a real treat today, because in this video, we're diving deep into the story of one of the most talked about modern pennies in the coin collecting world, the 2015 Lincoln 1-cent coin, a penny that's not only rare and full of minting mysteries, but also one that has shocked collectors by reaching a jaw-dropping value of $620,000. Yes, $0.62 million in today's coin market. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this ordinary-looking 2015 Lincoln penny has become a numismatic legend, from its surprising minting errors, unique design features, shocking auction records, and how you might just find one of these rare treasures in your own pocket change. The 2015 Lincoln penny, a modern coin with an unexpected twist. The Lincoln 1-cent coin has been in production since 1909, first introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent has since gone through multiple design and composition changes, surviving every era of American coinage. By the time we reached the year 2015, the Lincoln penny had already adopted the Union Shield reverse design, a design that was introduced in 2010 to represent Lincoln's preservation of the Union during the Civil War. This reverse features a bold, strong shield with 13 vertical stripes and a banner across the top reading E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one. On the obverse side, the traditional bust of President Abraham Lincoln remains, facing right, with the inscriptions, In God We Trust, Liberty, and the minting year, in this case, 2015. At a glance, the 2015 Lincoln penny looks like any other modern coin. But hidden beneath that familiar face is a storm of minting mysteries, unique variants, and shocking values that would make even the most seasoned collector raise an eyebrow. Mint marks and their role in rarity. Let's talk about mint marks, because they play a huge role in what makes a coin valuable. In 2015, Lincoln pennies were minted at two main locations: Philadelphia Mint ***, which produced coins with no mint mark, Denver Mint ***, which marked coins with the letter D. Both of these mints produced the 2015 Lincoln penny in very high quantities. In fact, over 4 billion pennies were minted in that year. But here's the twist: while the total mintage was massive, certain errors, misalignments, and off-metal strikes during production resulted in just a few extremely rare versions of this coin being created. These rare versions, often coming from Denver, carry the 2015 D mint mark and show remarkable minting mistakes, which is where their real value lies. What makes the 2015 penny worth $620,000? Now here's the $1 million, or should we say, $620,000 question. How did a 2015 Lincoln penny, worth just 1 cent, end up being valued at over $500,000? The answer lies in a specific and extremely rare mint error that only a few sharp-eyed collectors have managed to identify. Let's break down the characteristics of this ultra-valuable penny. Off-metal striking ***. Some of the rarest 2015 pennies were struck on planchets meant for foreign coins or dimes. This error resulted in a Lincoln penny that is lighter in weight and smaller in size than standard, double die obverse, DDO, ***. In a few cases, the obverse of the 2015 D penny showed strong doubling on Lincoln's I, the date, or the word liberty. These doubling errors can drastically increase a coin's value. Die clashes ***. Some rare examples show visible die clash marks, where the obverse and reverse dies hit each other without a planchet in between, leaving impressions of each other on the coin. A few 2015 D pennies were struck off-center by as much as 60%, and yet still retained most of the design, a feature highly prized by collectors. High-grade condition. One of the most important factors in value is the grade of the coin. A 2015 Lincoln penny graded MS69 or MS70, mint state, by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, is almost flawless. The record-breaking penny that sold for over $620,000 was graded at MS70 red, a nearly perfect coin with rich original luster and no visible blemishes. The 2015 D. Lincoln penny that shocked the world was sold at an exclusive coin auction in the United States in late 2024. It was described as a flawless mint state 70 coin with a known striking anomaly and extremely low surviving population. Multiple bidders, including investors and elite collectors, drove the price higher and higher until the hammer dropped at $620,000. The sale of this coin wasn't just a win for the buyer, it made headlines in collector magazines, online forums, and numismatic circles globally. It proved once and for all that even modern coins, if unique enough, can reach astronomical values. Could you have one of these in your pocket right now? Now you're probably wondering, could you be holding one of these ultra-rare pennies right now? Here's what to look for in your 2015 Lincoln penny. Check the mint mark ***. Is it a 2015 D? That's where the known high-value variant came from. Look for doubling ***, especially on the words Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, and the digits in the date. Examine the coin's weight and color ***. If it feels lighter, looks unusual, or appears struck on the wrong metal, you may have something extraordinary. Inspect for striking errors ***, off-center design, die cracks, die clashes, or a weak reverse can add major value. Consider grading ***. If your coin looks flawless under a magnifying glass, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. A high grade can multiply the value significantly. Why the 2015 penny matters to modern collectors ***. The rise in value of the 2015 Lincoln penny tells us a powerful truth: modern coins are not just pocket change anymore. With advanced minting technologies, even a tiny error is incredibly rare, which makes those errors far more valuable when discovered. Today's coin collectors are smarter, more connected, and equipped with tools to spot valuable coins like never before. Social media groups, numismatic apps, and online auctions are revealing rare coins that would have gone unnoticed years ago. The 2015 D. Lincoln penny has now become a symbol, not only of minting marvel but also of the idea that value can be hidden in the most ordinary places. The 2015 Lincoln 1-cent coin, a humble, modern penny, has stunned the world by commanding a price of over $620,000. Whether through striking error, flawless minting, or numismatic magic, this coin has rewritten the rules of modern collecting. So next time you get change at the store, take a moment to examine your pennies. That 1-cent piece might just be worth more than you ever imagined, and who knows, maybe the next $600,000 penny is already in your jar at home, just waiting to be discovered. Thank you for watching.